For decades, viewers tuned in to Antiques Roadshow to witness the magic of history coming to life through the eyes of its beloved experts. Each episode felt like a treasure hunt, and for many, it was the faces of the series regulars that brought it all together. From Michael Baggott's infectious enthusiasm to Judith Miller's sharp insights, the team was the heart and soul of the show. But now, the unthinkable has happened, and the show will never be the same. Tragedy has struck, as we've lost some of our favorite experts, and fans are reeling. How will Antiques Roadshow move forward without them? In this video, we'll dive into the heartbreaking reality that has left fans in shock as we reflect on the loss of these incredible individuals who made the show what it is. Tune in to learn more about their untimely departures and what this means for the future of the series. Nikki Ilis. Television has lost one of its brightest stars with the untimely passing of Nikki Ilis, a legend in the world of production and direction. Ilis died at the age of 53 after a brave battle with cancer, leaving behind a remarkable legacy. Known for her work on BBC's Antiques Roadshow and Fake or Fortune, Ilis touched the hearts of millions with her extraordinary storytelling abilities and deep passion for the arts. Early career and groundbreaking work. Nikki Ilis's career in television began in the 1990s, where she worked on The Late Show. Even in her early 20s, Ilis was already making a name for herself in the industry, directing shows with a historical or cultural focus. Her work on One Foot in the Past and The House Detectives introduced her to the art of blending entertainment with educational content, a skill that would become a hallmark of her later projects. Ilis's talent shone brightly in the arts sector when she directed several omnibus films for BBC One. One of the most memorable was her 2001 documentary about the Harry Potter phenomenon, released at the time of the first movie's premiere. She also directed an episode of Omnibus focused on F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby, a deep dive into the novel's ongoing cultural impact. These projects solidified Ilis as a versatile director with a deep understanding of both history and popular culture. The move to Bristol and Antiques Roadshow. In 2009, Ilis relocated to Bristol, a pivotal move that led her to one of her most significant roles as the director of Antiques Roadshow. The move proved to be a turning point in Ilis's career, as she brought her unique vision to the beloved program. As the director of Antiques Roadshow, she was instrumental in shaping the way the show evolved over the years, giving it a fresh dynamic while retaining its core charm. Her work on the show went beyond traditional direction. Ilis helped pioneer investigative arts programming with the creation of Fake or Fortune, which first aired in 2011. The show became a hit, blending mystery, art history, and celebrity, with a format that explored the true worth and authenticity of valuable art pieces. Ilis's ability to tell compelling stories through the lens of art led to the creation of episodes that focused on iconic artists like Turner, Constable, Henry Moore, and Ben Nicholson. Fiona Bruce pays tribute. As news of Nikki Ilis's death spread, tributes poured in from across the television and arts communities. Fiona Bruce, the longtime presenter of Antiques Roadshow, shared her heartfelt condolences, praising Ilis for her exceptional work on the show. Bruce described Ilis as a visionary who transformed Antiques Roadshow into a dynamic, insightful program, and her impact on the show and its viewers will never be forgotten. In an emotional tribute, Bruce spoke of the warmth, creativity, and dedication Ilis brought to every project she worked on. Nikki was a true talent, said Bruce, and the legacy she leaves behind in the world of television and the arts is nothing short of extraordinary. A lasting legacy. Nikki Ilis's death has left a void in the world of television production, but her contributions will continue to inspire future generations of filmmakers, directors, and producers. Her work on Antiques Roadshow and Fake or Fortune changed the way we look at art and history on television, and her ability to combine entertainment with education is a rare gift that will be sorely missed. While Ilis may no longer be with us, her influence will endure through the countless episodes and projects she created. As her colleagues, friends, and fans continue to mourn her passing, Nikki Ilis's legacy as a trailblazer in the world of television production will remain an enduring tribute to her extraordinary life and career. Michael Baggott. The world of antiques has lost a cherished figure with the passing of Michael Baggott, a well-known expert from BBC's Flog It and Antiques Roadshow. Michael tragically died following a heart attack after battling health issues in recent months. His death marks the end of an era for fans and colleagues who admired his deep expertise and warm personality, health struggles, and final days. Michael had been grappling with health problems for some time, including a serious illness that led to his hospitalization in 2024. From his hospital bed, he shared a personal video with his fans, giving a glimpse into the difficult time he was facing. Sadly, Michael's condition worsened, and after suffering a stroke in October, he passed away from a heart attack shortly after. His passing left the antiques community and his many admirers devastated. The news of his death was shared on his social media platforms with a heartfelt message from his family. Heartbroken to share that Michael died yesterday in the hospital of a heart attack following a stroke in October. He was a dearly loved son, brother, nephew, and uncle who will be deeply and profoundly missed, the post read. The family also mentioned plans for a memorial service, though details were yet to be confirmed. Fans and friends alike have flooded his social media pages with tributes and condolences, reflecting on his life and career. A true giant in the antiques world. Michael Baggott was more than just an expert. He was a true giant in the antiques world. Best known for his role on Flog It and Antiques Roadshow, Michael's passion for antiques, particularly silver, was unparalleled. His sharp eye for detail and encyclopedic knowledge of the field made him a standout figure in the world of antique appraisal. Charles Hanson, a fellow expert and close colleague, paid tribute to Michael online, describing him as a giant of our antique industry and comparing him to Antiques Roadshow legend Arthur Negus. Hanson spoke of Michael's unwavering commitment to accuracy and his no-nonsense approach to calling out mistakes when he saw them. Michael's thirst for knowledge for the object within merited far more TV time too for a true and proper expert, Hanson said, recognizing Michael's expertise and the valuable role he played in educating viewers about antiques. Tributes and outpouring of love. Michael's passing has sparked an outpouring of grief from fans and colleagues alike. His social media announcement received over 300 heartfelt responses from admirers, many expressing their shock and sorrow at the loss. One fan wrote, "This is so upsetting, a true gentleman, God bless him," reflecting the deep respect Michael had earned over the years. Another follower said, "I'm so very sorry to hear this. Such an interesting expert on Flog It. Michael was an intelligent and interesting man, bringing a touch of irreverence and humor to this miserable world. I will miss him. Condolences to all his family and friends." Was what I assume that child said actually uttered by him? The way he expressed it was more important than the words themselves. Daddy says robots will take over the world. No maybe or could happen here, simply a cold, hard fact, spoken without hesitation, thanks to the unsettling clarity of youth. Elon paused, which was unusual because he normally cracks jokes and switches gears with ease. The man who always seemed to have the solution to every problem now appeared to be at a loss. On live television, his son had just casually declared the robo-apocalypse, and now everyone was waiting for him to confirm or refute the prediction, or at least explain his kid's early interest in discussing AI dominance. As she remained sitting, Grimes appeared to be going through a roller coaster of emotions. Her countenance was a frozen mix of laughter, fear, and a wordless request for this moment to cease, her hands gripped together. A wave of nervous laughter spread throughout the crowd. As if it were all a harmless blip on the radar, some individuals laughed it off, while others nervously looked at each other, attempting to determine whether this was cause for serious alarm. Had this little one just revealed his dad's true intentions? XAE-A12 was the initial representative of Skynet, was he not? As things were beginning to calm down, X loosened his hold on the microphone. That wasn't all. "When I grow up, my dad says I might build robots. Early life and the beginning of her passion for antiques. Born in Galashiels, a town in the Scottish borders, in 1951, Judith Miller's interest in antiques did not begin until she was a student at Edinburgh University in the 1960s. She described herself as a child of the Formica generation, and initially did not have a deep connection to the antique world. However, during her time at university, Miller began to develop an interest in the items she would encounter in junk stores. She started buying inexpensive plates and other objects, which ignited her curiosity. This newfound passion led her to research the history and value of these objects by consulting books, auction catalogs, and visiting local antique fairs. It was through these early experiences that Miller began to hone her knowledge of antiques, setting the stage for the incredible career that would follow. A storied career, writing, and antiques expertise. Judith Miller's contributions to the world of antiques were far-reaching. She authored over 100 books on antiques and interiors, including the well-known Miller's Antiques Price Guide, which she co-founded in 1979. This guide became a key reference for antique collectors, dealers, and enthusiasts. It was instrumental in demystifying the world of antiques, offering a comprehensive and accessible resource for anyone interested in learning more about the value of collectible items. Miller's vast knowledge, honed through years of personal study and professional experience, was not limited to her books. She was a regular broadcaster and lecturer, sharing her expertise with a wider audience. In 2007, Miller joined the cast of the Antiques Roadshow on BBC One, where her sharp eye for detail and her warm, approachable demeanor quickly made her a fan. Over the years, she became known for her ability to identify rare and valuable items, often providing fascinating historical context and background information on the pieces she appraised. Judith Miller's legacy on the Antiques Roadshow. One of Judith Miller's most notable moments on the Antiques Roadshow occurred in 2009, when she identified a set of Art Deco posters designed by French painter Jean Dupas. The posters, found at Stanway House in Gloucestershire, were a significant discovery, showcasing Miller's expertise and her ability to spot hidden gems in unexpected places. Her keen eye for valuable pieces, paired with her ability to educate the public on the significance of antiques, made her a standout member of the show's team. Her role on the Antiques Roadshow helped bring antiques and history to life for millions of viewers, allowing people to connect with the past in a personal and engaging way. She was a master at breaking down complex historical and cultural details, making the world of antiques accessible to all, regardless of background or knowledge. A passion for antiques and making collecting accessible. Throughout her career, Judith Miller worked tirelessly to make the world of collecting more accessible and welcoming. She wanted to ensure that people of all ages and backgrounds could enjoy the process of learning about and collecting antiques without feeling intimidated by the sometimes overwhelming nature of the subject. This inclusive approach to the world of antiques endeared her to many and earned her a devoted following. Alison Starling from Octopus Publishing Group expressed her admiration for Miller, describing her as someone who combined impressively broad-ranging, in-depth knowledge of antiques with a genuine desire to make the subject approachable. She also highlighted Miller's vibrant personality, mentioning that she was a passionate individual who enjoyed lively conversations about a variety of topics, from family to rugby, and even her love for Bruce Springsteen. Family and personal life. Judith Miller's personal life was just as vibrant as her professional one. She leaves behind her second husband, John Wainwright, 3 children and 4 grandchildren. Her first husband, Martin Miller, was her co-founder in the creation of the Miller's Antiques Price Guide. At the time of her passing, she had been working on the latest version of the guide, demonstrating her continued commitment to the antiques world and to sharing her knowledge with future generations. Henry Sandon. The world of antiques has lost one of its most cherished experts, Henry Sandon, who passed away on Christmas Day at the age of 95. Sandon was renowned for his extensive knowledge of porcelain and pottery, which made him a familiar face on the BBC's Antiques Roadshow. His death has left a profound impact on the antiques community, with many colleagues and admirers offering tributes to the man whose enthusiasm and expertise brought the world of antiques to life for viewers. Early life and education. Henry Sandon was born in London in 1928. Growing up during a tumultuous period in history, he attended the Royal Grammar School in High Wycombe, where he studied between 1939 and 1944. During the Second World War, like many children of the era, Sandon was evacuated to Buckinghamshire to ensure his safety. Despite the challenges of the war, this time marked the beginning of his lifelong interest in history and the past, which would later inspire his career in the world of antiques. A lifelong passion for porcelain and pottery. Sandon's passion for porcelain and pottery became the cornerstone of his career, particularly focusing on Worcester porcelain. His fascination with ceramics began at a young age, and he quickly became a recognized authority in the field. He was a curator at the Dyson-Perrins Museum, a position that ultimately led to his role in the transformation of the museum into what is now known as the Museum of Royal Worcester. His contributions to the museum were invaluable, and he later served as a patron, continuing to support the institution that had shaped his career and passion for ceramics. As a curator and expert, Sandon's extensive knowledge of Worcester porcelain, one of the finest porcelain manufacturers in Britain, became his hallmark. His work not only educated those within the antique community, but also introduced a wider audience to the history and artistry of pottery through his television appearances. Henry Sandon on Antiques Roadshow. One of Henry Sandon's most significant contributions to the public's understanding of antiques came through his role as the resident porcelain and pottery expert on the BBC's Antiques Roadshow. For years, viewers tuned in to watch Sandon's engaging assessments of antiques, especially porcelain teapots and vases. His infectious enthusiasm, paired with his deep knowledge, turned even the most humble item into a captivating story. In his son John Sandon's tribute, he recalled how his father's enthusiasm brought antiques to life, sharing his ability to see the human side of each object. Sandon's charm, warmth, and laughter resonated with both the owners of the antiques and the viewing audience. His ability to connect with people and make them feel valued regardless of the object's worth was one of the reasons why he became such a beloved figure on the show. Legacy and influence on the antiques world. Henry Sandon's impact on the world of antiques extends far beyond his work on Antiques Roadshow and his time at the Museum of Royal Worcester. His legacy lives on through his many publications on ceramics and porcelain, which have educated generations of collectors, historians, and enthusiasts. Sandon was also a key figure in promoting the appreciation of Worcester porcelain, both in the UK and internationally, helping to preserve and share the history of this prized form of art. His son John Sandon, who followed in his father's footsteps and became a porcelain expert on Antiques Roadshow, also reflects his father's commitment to making the world of antiques accessible. In his tribute, John mentioned how Henry taught him not only about the objects themselves, but also about the people and stories behind them. This human connection to the objects, a hallmark of Henry Sandon's approach, has inspired many in the antiques world. Tributes from colleagues and admirers. Following his passing, colleagues and admirers took to social media and various platforms to pay tribute to Henry Sandon's legacy. Mark Allam, another antiques expert on Antiques Roadshow, described him as a giant of antiques, noting that Sandon's jollity and incredible knowledge made him a joy to work with. His presence on set was often filled with light and laughter, and his expertise was second to none. The Museum of Royal Worcester, where Sandon had spent many years, expressed deep sorrow at his passing. The museum praised Sandon for sharing his vast knowledge of ceramics with the public, whether through personal interactions, publications, or his television appearances. His ability to make the world of antiques engaging and accessible to all was one of his most enduring qualities. Personal life and family. Henry Sandon is survived by his son John, who continues his father's legacy as an expert in porcelain. Sandon's family expressed their sadness at his passing, but took comfort in knowing that his work and influence will live on. John Sandon shared in his tribute that his father's infectious laugh, enthusiasm, and ability to see the personal stories behind every antique made him a unique and beloved figure in the world of collecting. The legacy of Henry Sandon extends beyond his professional accomplishments to the personal connections he made with others, including his son, who continues to share his passion for antiques with the world. In today's video, we've shared the heartbreaking news of the loss of a beloved Antiques Roadshow regular. Henry Sandon, who brought his deep expertise and warm personality to the show for years, has passed away at the age of 95. His contributions to the world of antiques and his unforgettable moments on the show will forever be remembered. Our thoughts go out to his family and all who were touched by his passion for history and ceramics. If you enjoyed this tribute, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. Rest in peace.